In this video today, we're going to be learning how to cut and sew this simple and trendy bag with one cut. With one cut, your bag is ready. So if this is what you're interested to learn how to do, please stay tuned and watch till the end. Thank you. So I'll be using this fabric to make this bag. Now I'll cut out what I need to make this bag. I'll be using the length, okay, of 13 and a half, and then I'll use the width of 20 and a half. Okay, all this measurement can vary. It depends on how big or how small you want the bag to look. Okay, it's very simple to make. All you have to do is just to follow me, as I'm making the bag. You wouldn't go wrong. So I just use the width of 20 and a half. I'm going to cut this out. I will also cut out a lining, okay, of this same length. I'll be cutting it just this way. This square like something I have now, I'll cut out the lining as well, and then I'll fold it into two so that I can take my cut what I need to cut to make this bag. Okay, so I'll fold it into two just this way with my lining inside. I'll go to the lower part of this bag. I'll mark 2 inches from the side. Okay, I'll mark 2 inches from the side, and then I'll go upward by 2 inches again. So I just went in 2 just to form a square. I'll be facing the edge of the bag. Okay, and I'll do this for the other side as well. So I will just do the same thing here as well. I'll go up by 2 inches and then come down by 2 inches, howsoever you want to do it, but just make sure that you have something like this. Okay, so after doing this, now I'll go ahead and cut it out, then I'll fold as well, but let me cut it out first. So you can see how it looks. I'm going to be folding this into 2 again, just this way. I want to have something like a curve, around this part. So I'm just going, if you have something like a curved plate, cover of plate, you can just place it at the edge and then go in. If you still want to use your curved rule, you can still do something like this, but you have to come in by about 2 inches. Okay, and then place your fabric. I'll just mark the 2 inches so you can see how I came up with that particular measurement. Okay, so it's not that hard. All you have to do, if you have a curved plate, you can just do it, or you just measure 2 inches and ensure that you curve from that 2 inches, and then I'll just cut out round. So after doing this, I want it to be this soft, so I'll be placing my waddy. I'll use the fabric. Okay, I'll place the fabric on a waddy and then I'll cut it round. Okay, it's very simple. This bag is in fact, it's one of the simplest bags to make. It doesn't take much at all. So all you have to do is just to bring your fabric, and you can see we didn't even take much. We had about 20 inches for the width, and for the length of the fabric we had about 13 and a half inches, and that's so small. Okay, something that you can easily come up with. So I already cut out my waddy and I gummed it to my fabric. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, so at this point I'll be coming in because I want to put in my straps, the back straps of the bag handles. So I marked 3 inches from each of the edges. From this right hand I marked 3 inches and I marked it for this, and don't forget that whatever you're doing for this side, you do for the other side as well. So these 3 inches I marked, I came back again and marked 4 inches so that I will place my handle in between the 3 inches mark and the 4 inches mark. I hope this is clear. Okay, I want my handle to be, or my strap to be, in between the 3 inches and the 4 inches. Okay, so I have about 2 inches and I want to fold in for my straps, for my handles. Okay, I'll be placing a hemming gum in between and then I'll fold it in and then stitch on it. It's very simple to do. Okay, so when you are done doing this, don't forget that you have to have 2 equal straps. 2, you have to cut them and make sure that they are both equal, and then you fold it in after you had already put in your hemming gum or yeah, the hemming gun is okay. You can use hasty if that's what you have. Okay, so I have sewn mine. I will attach each in between the 3 inches and the 4 inches mark I have. I'll just stitch it in like this. See the way I have my handle? Okay, I'll be stitching it in this way. Okay, and make sure that the depth, how much you want this handle to enter inside the bag, okay, that you measure it. Now I have about 3 inches. That means 2 handles, they will be at the same point of 3 inches, so that one will not be higher than the other. Okay, it's very simple. So you ensure that you do this for this side and for the other side as well, and then you stitch it in. So I just did the same thing for the 2 sides, and that's it. Now it's time to stitch up our lining and fix our zipper. Okay, once you do these 2 things, the bag is so ready. It doesn't even require so much. Okay, so I will place my zipper. There are 2 methods. I showed you in my last video. There are 2 methods of doing this. You can decide to stitch in your zipper first, then place your lining on top of it, but I feel that it's a lot of stress, so it's better that you place in your zipper. You can simply open the zipper, so it will be simple for you, then stitch it in, or you run your thread around the zipper first, then place your lining on top. I know you may not understand what I'm saying now, but with time you get to understand. Okay, so you see that you stitch it in this way, or you go in by the simpler method, which I feel that is simpler anyway. I feel this one is simpler. I will open the zipper, okay, and make sure that you're placing the right sides. Okay, I will place the zipper like this. Don't forget that I'm using a normal dress zipper. This is the normal. This is about 24 inches zipper. Okay, then I will place the zipper in between the lining and the fabric itself. I hope you understand. You can see it now. Okay, and then I will stitch round. I will stitch it for this side and for the other side. Now look at the teeth of my zipper. You can see the way it's facing. Okay, so it comes out rightly. All right, it's very simple. Once you are done, you do the same thing for the other side and ensure that you have equal measurements. Place the zippers at the right point, okay, so that 2 of them will be equal when you are done. So once you are done with this, in fact, let me just do mine first and then come back and show you how it looks. Okay, because all this story without action you may not get. So this is it. I run my thread on it and I ensure that the handles are inside. Okay, you can see my handles are inside. I didn't bring it out then, so ensure that your handles are, or your straps are inside. Then you stitch round. Then from this side, you can see the side that was open. That was where I turned my fabric from, or turned the back from. Okay, then it's optional. Some people don't like to double stitch or top stitch on their fabric or on their bags, but me, I prefer to top stitch on it. Okay, so I'll be top stitching on this fabric round. Okay, but before that, let me show you how you can easily, if for people that don't want to top stitch, that just don't like thread on top of their bags, okay, you can just simply fixing your zipper, because I've already finished fixing in my zipper. So I'll fixing the zipper because of the type of zipper I'm using. Okay, then I will zip it round, then I'll go ahead. You can see that the bag is standing now. Okay, you can see that it's almost becoming a bag. So I'll go ahead and stitch on this part. Okay, I can stitch on it and then push it in. If you watched my last video, you understand what I'm saying by stitching on the front, then pushing it in and then stitch it inside. This to show that, so that the bag will not even show that there won't be any sign that you stitch something in the inner side. I don't know if you get, but maybe if you watch my last video you understand better. Okay, so right now I'm trying out another method for people that would like this, that will prefer this method. Okay, so I turned it back to the back side and then I'll be running my thread. Please, I'll be running my thread this way. And please, if you check, you'll see that I didn't zip up to the last point. I left some space. Okay, at that point, that space will be something that I'll use to turn it out when I am done fixing the zipper. Okay, so let's do that. Let me just stop stitch on my own and then bring it back so that we can start action. Okay, so I've already top stitched and I ran a thread across this side, and then I'll still go ahead and cut a piece of fabric and cover up these rough edges. Now look at the small space I left in between so that I can turn out the fabric, turn out the bag when I am already done. Okay, so I cut out a small piece of fabric and I'm going to use it to turn over so that the finishing looks very tidy and fine. Okay, and then I'll run my stitch on top and then turn it over. Do the same thing for the other side, and that's just it. The bag is so simple too. You can see that there was no stress in making this bag, and this is a bag that is trending, a very fine bag that you can even use leather instead of a fabric if you want to. You can use leather if you don't like using fabrics to make your bag. Okay, it's totally optional. So this bag is so ready. I just opened up the zipper and I'm turning it back to the front, and you can see it's very simple and fine. So thank you for watching up to this point. I am so glad. If you're here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please kindly go ahead and subscribe now and turn on your notification bell so every time I upload a new video you'll be notified. I really appreciate you, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye.